Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled Happy and Sad that I'm in the minority when it comes to the Har Habayit. So people always say, listen, you're a big activist in Har Habayit, but let's call a spade a spade. The majority of Klal Yisrael, rabbis, laymen alike, the Tilumi world, Hasidish world, Yeshiva, Sephardic world, it's just not the majority opinion, far from it. So of course that's very, very sad. In terms of rove, we discussed in the past, halachically rove is when you have everyone together in a beis din and you follow rove. You have rabbis scattered all over the world. Halachically, it's not the same thing. And therefore, to me, I'm very comfortable following Rav Dov Lior and the other Gedolim that embrace Har Habayit. But still, the minority. So that's very sad. It's sad to think that so many rabbis, Gedolim, and the masses of people are so against it. But little bit happy because unfortunately Parshas Bo already taught us at the first redemption either 1/5, 1 out of 50, 1 out of 500, 1 out of 5,000 crazy figures of who saw the redemption, who saw it coming, and who saw it's time to move on. And that few that got out, we get into the midbar, none of them make it, just a few make it into Israel. Comes to seeing the redemption being part of it, we don't get it right as a majority. We don't. Then we finally get into Israel. We're kicked out of Israel. 70 years later, we're told we're going to have the Mikdash back. Ezra's there. The Korbanos. Mikdash is being built. Then we have the Korbanos, even though Mikdash wasn't done yet. But it was clear this is the second. This is the Commonwealth is being built up now. And Yirmiyahu says 70 years, and the majority stayed in Bavel. They didn't see the redemption. They weren't involved properly in it. And coming back now, 1800s, 1900s, 2000s, how many rabbis and great people just don't see this, the time of the Gula, the time of the redemption? And even those who do are missing the part that we have to move the next chapter forward. So we consistently, as a nation, I'm sorry to say, the minority is where it's at. From the 2 out of 12 Meraglim, to the 40,000 out of the millions that stayed in Bavel, and now as well, I'm sorry to say. So, to be in the minority when it comes to Har Habayit, it's not a great position. I love that. I wish more were involved. I wish it was the Rav. I wish it was everyone. But the fact that it's a minority, unfortunately, is not such a kasha, not such a challenge to the redemption project, because it's always the minority that seems to get it right when it comes to the redemption process. Shalom.